Mentioned Liam Williams earlier on. He's boxing Demetrius Andrade this weekend.
Yeah.
How do you see that fight going?
It's a good fight. At first, I'm not gonna lie to you, when they said he's mandatory, I thought, he's gonna get bad. But as it's gone on, I've just been thinking, because I just like to do that. I like to kind of analyze fights. I don't know, maybe I should be an analyst when I'm done. But
Right, you can talk.
But I just analysing fights, and I just like, okay, apart from his 2 losses to Liam Smith, they've got similar resumes, like in terms of the level of opponents. Like, who has Andrade beat that Williams couldn't beat? He beat Atlantis Fox that Andrade beat and stuff.
Yeah, Williams smashed him, and Andrade went the distance with him.
You know what I'm saying? So you just think about it. When Andrade went this one, was that in middleweight or at that might have been his first or second fight middleweight. Yeah. I think he just moved up. But either way, apart from that, that's their only similar opponent, and I don't think Andrade's beat anyone, or Andrade, sorry, hasn't beat anyone that's like super good, like world elite level kind of fighter. So it's an even playing field. But I still favour Andrade because I feel like he had a better pedigree. He's been about longer, and he's an awkward fighter to kind of pin down and catch with clean shots. So I give it to him on that edge and longer reach. Williams is gonna have to come forward a lot. He's got a shorter reach. He's gonna have to come forward and try and throw big shots. And I feel like Andre's movement is so good, he'd be able to just spin off and whatever, use his long jab, or even stay there at times and just swing in big shots if he wants to. So I think Demetrius Andrade's got more to his game, but Williams definitely has a chance in this, more than I thought when it first got announced, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, and kind of what we spoke about earlier about learning from fights when you're in step-up fights. I think he's learned from the Liam Smith fights. There's an argument to say that he was certainly, in my opinion, winning the first fight until the stoppage.
I thought that as well.
With the accidental clash of heads, which was
not accidental, but yeah.
I'm glad you said it. Sorry, Beefy. And the second fight, I thought he was well in that fight as well. A very close fight, could have gone either way. And he seems to have learnt from it. He knocked out Kareem Ashur on one of the Warren cards. I can't remember what one it was.
I think that
went
was
the distance with David.
02? Yeah, 02,
yeah,
I
think so. I think it was Dubois
Gorman on the cards. Yeah.
So Kareem Ashur went 10 rounds or 12 rounds with David Lemieux, I think, in the year before then. And you kind of see what Liam Williams had done to him, knocked him out, I think, 3 or 4 rounds or something like that. So I think I'm kind of with you. I think, like, gun to my head, I probably would go with the smart money of Andrade maybe on points, but I feel like there's just a nagging feeling with me that it could be the right time for Liam Williams. I don't necessarily feel that Demetrius Andrade has boxed to the same level as what he threatened to do when he come through at 154. When he was a star coming through at 154, I don't really think he's kicked on. I don't think he's necessarily got the fights to prove that. And when you're Liam Williams, who's on a roll, and you have had your conversations with Liam Williams around you boxing for the middleweight title.
Another reason I want him to win, but yeah.
Yes, he is. He's a pretty game fella, Mr. Williams, and I don't think that he's going to be overawed by the occasion. And I think it may just be his time. It's an interesting one for me.
Yeah, I think so as well. Like you said, the level of, and everyone he's won the title of hasn't been anyone.
No,
he
beat Walter Kaltendokwa for the vacant. Well, admittedly, Billy Joe Saunders failed a drugs test. He boxed Walter Kaltendokwa for the vacant title. And then I think he's since then Macy Solecki.
Yeah.
Luke Keeler.
Yeah, Luke Keeler.
Who else has he boxed at middleweight?
I was watching one the other day. He's boxing someone the other day. Kind of boring. I think the guy that Billy Joe boxed on that leisure centre. I can't remember his name.
Oh yeah. Artur Akavov.
Yeah, that guy.
That's it. Yeah. God, that was a bad fight. Billy Joe Saunders and Artur Akavov was a bad fight as well.
The one with Andre went any better, to be honest. Yeah.
You mentioned that you want Liam Williams to win. Obviously, you've had your back and forths in the past. Do you allow yourself to think further ahead at world titles? I guess you have to, right? As a fighter, a little bit. Even when you go to sleep at night before you go to bed, you're thinking, surely got to be.
Yeah, listen, everyone's allowed to dream, innit? And that's what I do. I dream. I imagine things. I kind of picture myself in these positions. I do, if I'm being honest. I'm not going to say, oh, no, I don't. No, I do. I want to be a world champion. So you think about world champion things. But essentially, I'm not letting it get over my head, because if I keep thinking, if he wins, and I'm taking my eye off the ball, do you know what I mean? So every now and then I'll be like, listen, focus on cash, because if you don't win that, that's all off the table. It's all out the window. Forget about that. You have to sit back and just spectate now. So I still got to focus on what I'm doing and, be 100% involved in the cash fight. So I'm still very much 100%, focused on what I'm doing. But yeah, I do. My thoughts do stray away sometimes, and I think about these things. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't. Sometimes people say, "Well, he's looking past." It's not always looking past. You always have to have something to aim for. There's always good to have a dream, so to speak.